happy that you're stopping by our farm to visit with us this morning, and I want to show you what I've been up to. I want to update you on what's happening in the garden now and what I've been up to this morning, like I said. But it's the first day of July, and we have been in a really hot, dry period here. We've had temperatures in the 90s, and we have not had any significant rain in probably 3 weeks, and we don't see a very good chance in the next 7-day forecast. So, one of the things I want to go over with you today is how to drought-proof your garden and make the most of the water that you do have. Also, I want to show you the condition of our garden now and what's doing good and what's not and how we're dealing with it all. So come on, let's get started. This is my first planting of green beans, and I have picked them 3 times now. And I've got some really nice Cherokee purple tomatoes, and I'm excited that I got my first cucumbers this morning. The first planting of cucumbers that I had, the cucumber beetles jumped on them badly early on and they died, but I planted some more and now they look healthy and I'm starting to get cucumbers, so I'm really glad about that. Now, like I said, this was my first planting of green beans, and this is top crop green beans, which I like that variety, and there's several other varieties I also like. But you can see the leaves are not doing too well right now. But the beans that I got were very nice. But it's time to take these out of the garden. We have a lot of bean beetle larvae in here that I don't want to spread to my next planting of green beans. Now you can see all those immature bean beetles there. So I'm going to go ahead and take these plants out of the garden so these can't mature and then go over to my next planting of green beans. So to get them away from here, I'm going to load them on my trailer there, and I'm going to take them far out to the goat pasture where the goats can eat them if they want to, but where they won't be close to this garden so that they can just come back over here and cause problems. Evidently they are not interested in bean vines, so I'll just take them on into the back of the pasture so to get them away from the garden. This is one of my second planting of green beans. This is tenderette green beans, and they're starting to get blooms on them. So far they look healthy and are doing well. I have planted more right here, and you can see they're just starting to come up. That also is tenderette green beans. I don't like lots and lots of beans all at one time to deal with. I like to spread it out over the season, so I don't have so much work at one time with the beans, and so I have fresh beans for a long period of time. Coming next, how to make your garden drought resistant. First of all, I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of the garden just so you can see what is going on here, and then after that I will point out certain things and talk about how they are helping us to withstand drought conditions and high heat. Let's start here with this second planting of Health Kick tomatoes that we did. Oh, I want you to see this really pretty butterfly over here on this zinnia. Such nice things in the garden that just do a person good just to see them. Okay, now over here I have mulched this with leaves, and you can see over here next I have some green beans that are mulched with chipped up bark, and then beyond that I have a little section that is covered in cover crop. Cover crops, while growing and when cut and left on the soil surface, act as ground cover to regulate soil moisture and temperature. You can see this bed is all covered with mulch or plants or both. Same here with the potatoes and where the beans are here. And this is where I stored my leaves last winter when I collected them to use in the garden. So I left some of them there, and then I planted a second planting of cucumbers and neck pumpkins there. Now in this little section, this is where our strawberries were, and I have planted cover crop seed here, and I'm keeping that moist until it germinates, and it has barely started to germinate. This is a no-till garden. No-till soil maintains root channels that allow greater water infiltration and storage. No-till also reduces soil moisture loss through evaporation. In here you can see an echinacea plant and then corn. You see a little bit of bare soil under the corn, but not much. And this bed was also corn, and I harvested that, took it out, and then replanted in beans so that it will always have some live roots in the ground and some cover from plants. Now you can see around these Health Kick tomatoes, I have mulched around those roots, and they're starting to ripen. And in this little bed I had some corn that I've harvested and taken the stalks out, and I have planted that in a cover crop that's just starting to germinate also. And you can see the Jerusalem artichokes are growing very well. They're also mulched with some chipped up wood. Where I just took the bean plants out, and like I said, right away I'm going to plant something there so that that soil does not stay bare. And then the sweet potatoes have spread out, and they're covering the soil here, so that provides a covering here to protect the soil. Then up here lastly is our potato bed that's dying down now, getting ready to be harvested. But you can see that this entire bed was mulched early on with a lot of leaves. You can see that the potatoes are starting to die down, and so I am starting to dig potatoes now. And you can see we're getting some very nice ones. The soil is very dry here. I haven't been watering these potatoes any, but there is some moisture there. See how nice that is? Organic matter. All mulch and cover crops eventually break down into organic matter for the soil. Compost and other organic matter increase the water holding capacity of the soil while preventing soil crusting, allowing water to infiltrate the soil. Okay, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for coming by and visiting with us on our farm, and I hope you have a great day. If you have any information that you'd like to share with us, I would be so glad to hear it, and maybe it could help us or some other viewers. So feel free to share your comments or share the video, and I hope you have a great day.